What else are y'all interested in?
I want to talk more about my trial and my probation. I just recently got put in probation. I had a trial recently. I'm sure you're aware of that. I got news. I can't even talk. I wrote to the news top 5 news and TV 46. Well, you know all of that can be biased. You two are lawyers. I'm sure you kind of probably heard some behind the background details about my trial. I want to give you a chance to correct some of the misinformation out there that I'm sure you're aware of.
Is this a question, Mr.
Yeah, I want to hear you correct some of the misinformation, the impression that the rumors that are going around and made the news about me. I'm the guy that has all the signs on Maple Road.
Well, I think we should probably focus on broad policy issues that are relevant to everyone in attendance.
Well,
but we should talk more about that. I can't tonight, but you and I have corresponded about this issue. So
yeah. Can I just make one little correction here? Basically, they all say that I was found guilty of 10 code violations. Well, that's incorrect. That's misleading. There were actually 29 citations total over a time period. They prosecuted me for only 11 of those 29, which was all the same code violations greater than 24 square feet. So, but out of that, she meant my defense lawyer managed to get one of them, didn't get because the officer who wrote me up for that wasn't there.
You know, what's relevant about your case for the rest of us?
Yeah.
He has a case, a code violation case, and he wanted to talk about some of the issues about that. But what's relevant about that discussion is most people who have court interaction have it in the traffic court. I used to be a magistrate court judge. I used to be the person jailed Friday night who issued warrants and did bond hearings in the middle of the night. It was a weird job, but I learned a lot. We are also part of criminal justice reform in the next year, not this year. How many of our traffic offenses should be decriminalized? In other words, not be subject to jail for speeding, if you think speeding is a low-level traffic offense. Most people's interaction with the court system where they're unhappy, because I've been subject to code violation for estates that I manage, so I feel the pain of going to those courts. What's the best use of those courts for the average citizen? Because it's not going to be very many happy people there. And when are courts used simply as a revenue source?
I want to talk about it. So one other thing on the certificate of need is some of the conversation, not all, but some of the conversation in recent years has been driven by that Cancer Treatment Centers of America facility down in Noonan. And there's just very passionate views about Cancer Treatment Centers of America and whether they're sort of doing TV advertising to suck people in. And so they're kind of, I think, for the hospitals that I represent, sort of represent kind of a boogeyman. They also, like some of the other outfits that we've discussed tonight, do have a significant lobbying staff and will, hire a lot of money. Having represented DeKalb Medical and Emory and like Mary Margaret feel, that Grady is very important to our region. I have some questions about certificate of need, but I'm definitely skeptical of, eliminating it wholesale, and I'm a little bit skeptical of Cancer Treatment Centers of America. I don't know if that's fair, but I just am. So I would have to be convinced that they were sort of a good thing. More beds there would be a good thing.
I really thought, now this is just my opinion, before November 8th, that if we had moved forward with the Georgia Chamber and the Georgia Hospital Association proposals in a mixed way to expand Medicaid, they weren't going to call it Obamacare, but they were going to expand Medicaid, and let's make a deal with the Clinton administration that they were going to put, this was CON on the table as trade-off for votes. That was my opinion.
Yeah.
But none of that happened. So I suspect no CON, I suspect no Medicaid advance.
What's your question?
I was just wondering if y'all could recommend a couple of good blogs for education and healthcare regarding Georgia specific.
Oh yeah, well Maureen Downey, the AJC Get Schooled blog, I think she does a really good job. That's where I would start. Maureen Downey, AJC Get Schooled. Also, you can follow the Political Insider, which is sort of a gossip column, but is an easy and fun read, and will highlight some of the big issues that we are grappling with at the Capitol. That's also, that one is certainly accessible without AJC subscription. However, if you want to follow what your state government is doing, and I recommend that you do since it matters so much, to your everyday lives, I definitely recommend always that people go ahead and pay the $7 to have the AJC subscription. Read the front page, read the Political Insider, look at the Metro section, and read the Get Schooled. And for my newsletter, which I would also love to have you sign up for, you can just go to elenaparent.com or email me at elena@elenaparent.com.
There are advocacy groups who have, in the modern world, this has totally changed in my long political career. The use of the internet is used by everybody. Everybody. And there are advocacy groups on healthcare and education on all phases, on the more conservative and the more liberal. There's, the Choice has an association and a lobbyist. What's the name of the new healthcare thing? Thanks to the Georgia Budget
And policies.
Georgia Budget and Policy Institute, Google that, I think has the smartest discussion about the budget, and they go issue by issue. They're really a lot, and they're independent. They are an independent funded analysis of Georgia's budget. And the healthcare for Georgia, what is that?
So Georgians for a Healthy Future for healthcare, they were sort of founded as an umbrella to wrap in a bunch of other healthcare advocacy organizations. They're very good. The Georgia Budget and Policy Institute, known as GPBI, I think they're gpbi.org.
They're really good.
And then, of course, think of the other issues that you care about. The environment, obviously, Sierra Club. Then, right now, I've been recommending some of our legal environmental law firm nonprofits here in Georgia. Green Law and the Southern Environmental Law Center are two. I for one, am very nervous about this Oklahoma anti-EPA guy who's going to run the EPA. So I'm gearing up to give myself some money to the environmental nonprofits. And if you have a particular issue that you are also interested in, feel free to email one of us, and we could connect you with what we think are some of the top groups that work in that space already.
And come down. I invite people all the time. I'm inviting y'all. Come sit with me on the floor. I can bring a guest pass on. You can't wear blue jeans and you can't be a lobbyist. But if you can pass that test,
And you can take MRTA. It's easy.
I would love to have you just sit with me on the floor and tell me what you think about this cast of characters.
That's right. We enjoy being with you. Thank you for having us.
Thank you both. Thank you for your appreciation. We're glad y'all are here. Make time out of your schedules. And we are literally going to let you leave now. Sometimes what happens at these events